Hola, Geek fans. Welcome back. It's time for a new segment on Geeks at the Movies. We're going to do a Game of Thrones recap show. We're starting with episodes 1 and 2 because we started a little late. What are you going to do? Now we're back. We start the season up right after Jon Snow got killed. Yeah. We see his body. It's still dead. We don't know what's going to happen. Jacob, why don't you go from there? What would you like about the show?
Well, the show overall is like, it's basically a cinematic masterpiece because every single episode is like a mini movie.
Yeah.
And they continue that with this season. I thought first episode, I thought it was a little slow, but they do delve into some really rich stuff in this episode. Like starts off, like you said, with Jon Snow's body just laying there dead, and then
Sir Davos finds him.
Davos comes out, takes his body, and then a small group of the Night's Watch that didn't betray Jon Snow are like, let's go take his body into here and just keep it safe for now.
Well, at this point, they wouldn't know yet.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Because those are the most loyal folks that he gathered around him. Because the rest of the Night's Watch is still in the dark.
Yeah,
This is at night.
Yeah. So then from there they go on to the Dawn people. I don't like that storyline that much.
I don't like it. It's just.
It's kind of just shoehorned in there, I feel like.
And they're lame. All the characters in there are lame.
Yeah, like they have that really strong female group, but I'm not like emotionally invested in them at all.
They're lame too.
Yeah, but they kill the king and the prince, and then they take over that land basically, and then they don't really go into it later at all. But my favorite part about this episode was Sansa and Greyjoy's Theon's.
Reek, I should say. He's still Reek.
Yeah, he's still Reek at this point. He's moving up to Theon. But I like how he's kind of like redeeming himself, coming back into his character. And then from there...
we got that great moment when they're escaping, and then Brienne Tarth comes down with Podrick. Bam! Takes out a bunch of those guys.
Yes.
You know, Game of Thrones. Oftentimes, you know, the worst follows the worst. It's just bad after bad. But this was exciting.
Yeah.
When she came charging, I was like, yes, kill him.
Yes, and she finally got her Stark to protect and just be there, because after that whole thing with Arya didn't work out. Now she finally has Sansa, like the last one she could possibly get. But that was my favorite part of the episode. But what did you think?
And then, well, one of my favorite parts was seeing the zombie knight in action. So there's that obnoxious guy talking about how he showed off his stuff to Cersei, who's naked. He's going on and on, and then he's taking a piss. Yeah. And the zombie knight, Sir Gregor Clegane, he comes up and just smashes the dude's head, and we learn how powerful he is.
Yes.
That has gotten me really excited, because in the trailer we saw the scene where the sparrows, they say, tell your man to back down or there'll be violence. Yes. And she's like, I choose violence, right? Cersei says that. Yeah. Now I can see what he's capable of. I mean, he just went like this and crushed the guy's head.
He could take on like an entire army probably, like he would probably die, but he would kill all of them first. So yeah, I'm really excited to see him in action. And then they had the whole thing with the I can't remember their names. The Dothraki people.
Oh, the Dothraki. I didn't like this.
It was another lame storyline that they're doing with Daenerys Targaryen. Yeah. Because I want her to come back to her kingdom, and it just feels like there's wasting time.
Yeah, it's like, and her ships get destroyed. Yeah. Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah,
and all of them get destroyed.
Yeah. And then she like saves herself. But by saying that she was with Khal Drogo, but then he's like, "Oh no, you can't leave. You can't leave now. You got to go with these other people that were once
they're once married to different Khals.
Yeah,
so widows.
Yeah, and so it's just like I don't know why you're doing that. You're just trying to waste time, so you can have something with the dragons going on.
It seems really obvious, like it's just a waste of time.
Yes.
Because she was in a position to go and land on King's Landing. She was ready to go with her fleet, but now she can't.
Yeah.
Now her fleet's gone and she's gone. Oh, how convenient.
Yes.
So we're gonna spend the entire season probably.
Yeah. Yeah, and like at the end, she's gonna go back.
Yeah, the dragon is gonna come or something.
But
it's not, I mean, they don't spend too much time on it though, so it's not like horrible.
Yeah. They did try to add in some comedy in that scene, because he's like, "What's better than making love to a beautiful woman?" And he's like taking over someone's land, training a horse. And he's like, it's among the top 5 greatest pleasures of life. So I definitely still like the Dothraki people, but I like that they're going back to them. But it's just kind of like a waste of time.
It's like everything they do in Game of Thrones, like you said, is cinematic and so high quality. Yeah. You can overlook like some of this kind of stuff where it's like, yeah, but it's still good. You know what I mean? It's still good.
Yeah.
It's still well acted. It still looks good. Like there's thousands of them. Yeah, it looks like there's thousands.
Yeah.
Right. It's still, you can still kind of get invested a little bit.
Yeah. So the first episode I liked, and then it ends on that really strange scene with the red woman.
Ooh, Melisandre.
Yeah, where it turns out she's an old lady. She's basically is a witch.
Yeah. First, I thought they were going to show more gratuitous nudity of Melisandre, which they constantly do throughout the show.
Yes.
And then like, wait, this actually isn't gratuitous. It actually serves a real like point.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
She must be a couple hundred years old probably or something.
Yeah. So I like that scene. Then moving into the second episode, get more of the Night's Watch going on. They're still protecting Jon Snow's body, and then the group that
The wildlings?
Yeah. I'm not there yet, but the group that killed Stark. They
Sir Alistair and Ollie and all them, those scumbags.
Yeah, they find out that they're in that room and they try to break down the door. But then the wildlings come, and I love the part with the giant. That was so good. He just one guy shoots him, he just picks him up and just smashes him against the wall.
Oh, that killer. Yes. I love the giant. I'm waiting for the end of the show when that giant fights like something his own size or like a dragon or something crazy. You know they're gonna have him fight something crazy. I hope. You better not kill him off like the two other giants. One was killed off screen.
I know.
Off screen, he was killed.
It was really dumb.
And the other one just got shot with an arrow, like a giant. I know it was a giant arrow, but what? Come on, the Giants need to have some ridiculous. And this guy, and then I assume they might kill the giant. But I want him to go down in a big, like crazy battle. Like,
blaze of glory.
Yes.
But and they're still adding more comedy into this. I like that because while Game of Thrones is really dark and gritty, and I love it, I also want like a little bit of lightheartedness, and they have that. But they also add in violence in that too, because the giant's just like killing people, but it's in like a lighthearted kind of tone, I guess.
It's a lighthearted kind of smashing.
Yeah, he just shoots him and then he just looks at him. And he's like, oh shit. But I really like that was probably my favorite part of this episode. But how about you go into it a little bit?
That was my favorite part of the episode as well. And then we have at the end of the episode, that I think it's within the second episode where we get the big reveal.
Yes.
Yes. I'm getting confused in my episodes now. So they get Melisandre, who's kind of like, she's kind of depressed. Her hair's messed up.
Yeah.
They've never shown her like that before.
Yeah.
She's always very well groomed and polished looking. And Davos is like, hey, can you do something for this guy? Can you help a guy out? He's like, oh, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah. And then she mentions that one guy that came back to life.
Yes.
Every time he dies, he comes back to life.
Yes.
One guy.
And the other priest brings him back. The other red priest.
So
it's like so long. I can't remember
I know.
Really.
But that was why we were being like, oh, Jon Snow's gonna come back to life. But then she's like, I don't know if I can do that. And I actually forgot that she didn't know how to bring someone back to life. Like I always assumed that she just knew.
Yeah, she never did that. It was another red priest.
And so, but before we get to what happened at the end of the episode, it also goes into a little bit of what's going on at Cersei's
King's Landing.
Yes, at King's Landing. And so I like what was going on there because it showed more of the zombie night and everything.
And it showed that guy that I can't stand, the High Sparrow, and Jaime in that confrontation where that guy is just so creepy and horrible.
I know. I can't wait for them to just take him out.
I can't wait for the zombie to just pick him up and smash it against the wall.
I know. But they released everyone now except for
they still have the Tyrells though.
Yeah, they still have the Tyrells
and Sir Loras.
Yeah, but Tommen's out and he's like, "Can I see my wife?" And then he's like, "No."
God, Tommen, what the hell? You're the king, dude.
I know. You just tell them to go attack them. Just kill all of them.
Just kill them all.
Yeah, I know, but
he has a bunch of people, but you got an army too.
Yeah, I know. And so then they go back to what's going on with where is he on this list with Tyrion Lannister back in that kingdom.
Yeah, and there's so many to keep track of.
And they show that really great line from the trailer where someone's like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, that's what I do. I drink and I know things. Yeah. So then he goes and releases the dragons, or he doesn't release them, but he feeds them at least. Like
he takes their chains off and he is now their friend. Apparently.
Yeah, because he talks to them. And they say how they're like very intelligent. So it made kind of sense. Like
me and your mom were cool.
Yeah.
She never talked about me, but we were good friends.
Yeah, we're good friends. So. Something's gonna happen with him and the dragons. Like they're probably gonna get released and go save her or something.
Or just kill a bunch of people.
Yeah,
that's fine too.
Yeah, it's fine too. So I didn't like the second episode as much, but they had that really great scene with the giant, and then they had the reveal at the end where the Red Woman brings Jon Snow back to life. It looks like it doesn't work at first, but I'm like, he's alive.
They walk out of the room like really walking out of the room that quickly.
Yeah, and the camera stays in there.
Yeah, you knew what was happening.
Yeah, so then he bursts back to life, and so we all knew this was going to happen because we just knew he wasn't dead. And
he's too important.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It would ruin a lot of storylines.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure the actor Kit Harington actually apologized after the episode was released because he said some stuff that just kind of like revealed that he was alive like months ago. But it was a very not well kept secret.
Here's another thing that I thought was kind of predictable as well that happened was Bruce Bolton gets killed by Ramses.
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of saw that coming. As soon as he was talking about having a kid, you knew Ramses was going to be like, well, if it was a boy, I'm just going to kill you.
And then he kills the kid.
And then he killed the kid.
Yeah, that was a really brutal scene, I thought, because he releases the dog on the lady.
Right, not his brother.
Yeah. And then another person that died, a lot of people died in this episode, was also Balon Greyjoy.
Oh, his brother comes back, who's I guess a little crazy because he says, "I am the drown god. I'm the storm."
Yeah, I mean, throws him off the bridge.
Throws him, bye bye. And now there's going to be a King's Moot with what's her name? Who's
Yara.
Yara Greyjoy.
Yeah.
And apparently Theon leaves. He's not quite Theon yet, but leaves Sansa, and he's actually going back to the Greyjoys. So maybe he's going to fight for the throne or something.
Yeah. So there's a lot of really interesting stuff happening in this season so far. A lot of it's also very confusing. But one other thing we forgot to mention before I ended the episode, we had Brandon's first scene, like in that first flashback he had, where he sees Hodor talking and everything.
Yeah, Hodor didn't always just say Hodor. He actually could talk.
Yeah.
He's always been a big dude. I'm wondering if they're going to reveal what caused that to happen.
Yeah, because he's like Hodor, you could talk, and he's just like Hodor. Yeah, Hodor.
And it looks like Hodor understands what he's saying.
Yeah,
It's like he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
He just doesn't talk.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you got something really probably something horrible happened because it's Game of Thrones.
Yes. So I really want them to go into more flashbacks. I think a lot of things are going to get revealed through those, and it's a very interesting device. Him being able to walk like in these visions and everything.
Yeah, it is really interesting how they're using him. I'm already more interested in that Stark. What the hell's his name again?
Brandon.
Brandon's storyline than I ever was before.
Yeah, and something I forgot to mention for both episodes so far was also Arya Stark, whose storyline that I think they ruined a little bit.
You forgot.
Yeah, because it's just so boring. Like she lost her eye. Yeah, she lost her eyesight, and now she's like training with the bow staff.
And now she got her eyesight back pretty soon.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No,
but it makes sense, but it's just boring.
It's not exciting.
Yeah, her storyline in the before season 5 was my favorite. I loved her storyline with her and the Hound and everything.
Oh yeah, her and the Hound. That was a great team.
Yeah,
that was a duo of all time.
Yeah, and then ever since season 5, it just went downhill. But I hope that she gets out of this group and then her storyline becomes interesting again. But we'll see what happens in the future episodes. But yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the season.
I am excited. We're pumped. Stay tuned for we're going to do the whole season, and hopefully we're going to actually do one episode at a time after this one. So episode 3 will be next. Check it out on Geeks of the Movies. Go to YouTube, go to Facebook. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much.